What episode is this, babe?
13.
Episode 13. And we decided to go live again. Last week we went live. We decided to go live again. We don't know if we're going to go live every week, but sometimes our schedule allows it. We homeschool, all that good stuff. So listen, today's episode, it's about our health journey, good people. And it's a live Q&A. Drop your questions below, right? Today's episode ain't trying to get you to change what you're eating.
No.
Ain't trying to get you to eat what we eat.
No.
Ain't trying to convince you that plant-based is the only way.
No.
We just telling our health journey.
Sharing our
health story, right? From beginning, middle, and then the benefits of us going plant-based. So you ready to talk about it, babe?
Let's do it.
Man, let's get into it. So how did it all start? Let's just talk about, because I'm big on the first 7 years.
Right.
So let's just talk about what you saw as far as health-wise in those first 7 years all the way up till you moved out the house. So let's just start with that.
I mean, that wasn't even something discussed, really.
Yes.
I mean, I never seen anyone discussing what health looked like, what health really is. I mean, I grew up eating. I refer to it now as the big bag food.
Big bag.
I still love big. I make vegan big bag food now, but
yeah,
I grew up with the big bag food. I mean, that's what I liked.
Explain that though. What's big bag food for people who might not know what big bag? Because I didn't know what big bag food was for people. I don't eat that.
No, he don't eat that. Chili cheese fries, deep fried burritos. Yeah. I mean, anything fried. Yes. And then, I mean, growing up, I ate for breakfast before school. I ate a brownie and a Dr. Pepper. Ooh, that was my go-to for breakfast.
That was your go-to, huh? Snack, grab and go, huh?
I mean, and like, in fourth grade, we started being able to walk across the street to eat at a dairy bar. Fourth grade, I started getting that deep fried burrito, the burger, the fries, the soda in fourth grade.
See? First for 7
lunch.
years.
That was
First
for
7
lunch.
years, good people.
I ate like that every day for lunch throughout high school, like from fourth grade all the way to high school. Yes.
See, look, I don't think I even knew that. I've been with her. I knew about the deep fry, but I didn't know it was every day like
at that. At lunchtime during school, I didn't eat in the cafeteria. Starting in fourth grade, I never ate in the cafeteria again. And I always went somewhere at lunch to get food. And it was usually fried food.
Wow. So to see those first 7 years, and how I grew up, breakfast was the big main meal in my house, right? Breakfast, right? You got to have sausage, bacon, eggs, some type of grits, oatmeal, So how I grew up, I grew up kind of like that. Sweets was the thing for me, right? You know that. Yes. I'm a sweet head, right?
Cookie Monster.
Right. So I grew up like cereal, sweets, processed stuff, a lot of sweets though. Did I mention sweets? Right. My mom used to take us to what's the Hostess?
Yeah,
the Hostess store here. Like every Thursday, we used to go and the honey buns with the white icing on. Oh yeah, that was your boys. Oh wait. Ooh, put a little heat on that thing. Ooh, boy, we got some. But yeah, that's kind of how I grew up. And then breakfast was like a big deal, right? We might not eat lunch, might not even eat dinner, but that breakfast, we gonna have breakfast. And it was a big breakfast, right? It was always some type of meat, bacon, a sausage, or both, some ham, and then it was always eggs or grits, or some type of rice with sugar in it, or some type of oatmeal, or maybe I eat a half a box of cereal. I don't know, but I did.
You are a cereal junkie.
I am a cereal junkie. So that's kind of how it all started in the beginning. Y'all hear me talk about always the first 7 years, good people. Those first 7 years are critical. Right? No judgment, no shame, not bashing how we grew up. We just trying to paint this picture. So as we go on to the middle part and on to the end, you can see kind of where our habits started from.
Oh yeah. Oh, right? Mine started early.
Yeah. So the early habits. So now just kind of we brushed on that, but then now as you got older, you talked about that. You were still in the deep fried burrito. When I met you in college, you were still eating that.
Yeah. Give me something deep fried, baby.
See, and me, I've never been a fried guy. Like fried, I'm a burger head. Burger head and sweets was my two biggest things, man. So I'm a burger head, but now we do it more healthier walnut meat, mushroom meat, but we get to talking about that later. So as we grew up, as we first got married, talk about now this is crazy. This is crazy. When we first got married, I started kind of getting to health a little bit then. But man, wifey was chocolate donuts. Tell the people what you used to eat, man, when we first got.
I mean, I don't remember the chocolate.
The 6-pack of chocolate donuts.
I don't remember eating that. I do remember loving the brownies. I don't remember the chocolate donuts, but I hadn't changed yet. I was still eating the same thing I ate in high school for breakfast.
Yeah,
Dr. Pepper and something sweet for breakfast. It was no kind of healthy stuff for breakfast. No fruit. I didn't eat fruit as a child. I didn't eat vegetables as a child. The only vegetable I ate was potatoes that my grandma made.
Oh, wow.
And then, on my grandma's side, they didn't splurge a lot, very country. They grew most of their own food. So we would have beans and cornbread and potatoes if I was at my grandma's house, which is where my dad lived with my grandparents. Until he passed away. So that was the home cooked meal that I got was that. But other than that,
yeah, I'm telling you, good people, when we first got married, man, we built our first house or bought our first house. I remember coming into the kitchen one day and she's a 6-pack of chocolate donuts with a Dr. Pepper. I'm like, what do you eat? Where the bacon and eggs at? Where the grits at? Yeah, but literally, man. But that's kind of how, man, we kind of start getting into health. And I want to say this before we go. We didn't choose those habits. Those habits was inherited. Think about that, right? You always hear me talk about those first 7 years, right? So think about that. If you grew up in households where there's a lot of processed foods, right? A lot of grab and go type of stuff, right? Nothing wrong with that. Parents did the best they could. Our parents did the best they could. But now you might be 30, 40, 50 and you still grabbing and going. That's not the best for your body right now, right? So now we married, like she said, we into it first part of the marriage.
And we were still like in the first part of the marriage, we still was a junkie. Junkie people.
Listen,
junk food eaters.
McDonald's, Golden Corral. Shout out to my boy Big Jeezy. He remembered the Golden Corral trip, right? McDonald's. Listen, good people, I used to go to Golden Corral and stuff myself to the point to where I was miserable. I mean, like several trips.
I was sick watching him eat. Okay, I might have ate junk food, but I couldn't do that much junk. Like at one time, I don't know how he ate so much. He's so small anyway. I mean, I don't know how he fit all that in his stomach.
Man, I can put it away. Listen, Golden Corral. What was my special on McDonald's? Every Friday, I would get 20-piece nugget meal, 2 double cheeseburgers, and 6 chocolate chip cookies.
With your drink.
Oh my, with a large Sprite. What? Man, I used to put it down. I'm telling you, man, my thing was sweets, McDonald's. I grew up around McDonald's. I had a lot of my birthday parties at McDonald's, right? McDonald's was the spot, nuggets, Big Mac. So that's kind of how, in the beginning, chocolate donuts, Dr. Pepper, and then me, McDonald's. But watch this. We were still working out, though, good people.
Oh, yeah.
Because I always say this. Health is what you put in your body. Fitness or working out is what you do to your body, right?
Well, and I think for me, like, I never connected the dots because genetically, I was never big. I never gained. I was very small all throughout high school into college. True. I was very small. So, it plays with your mind. Well, I'm not a bigger person. I'm tiny and I still eat like this, so I'm good.
Yeah.
No, that's not the inside of my body is probably screaming at that point.
No, that's true. See, look, and I wrote down here fitness masked unhealthy eating. Because we was working out. We was young. We was in our 20s. She was small. I was still cutting fit. I'm working out, playing ball. So that fitness put a mask over unhealthy eating, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I say fitness is what you do to your body. Health is what you put in your body.
That's right.
You can be fit and not be healthy. But watch this. Once you get healthy, you'll always be fit.
Right.
Because what goes into your body matters more than what you do to your body. Man, look, that'll hit you in the car, good people. So yeah, like wifey said, we started that, and then shout out to my boy Big Stace, man. He passed away last year? Man, one of my good friends passed away last year, but he's the one who got us on the path, got me on that path of health, starting off being more intentional about what I eat, right? Because he started that for me. Grilled fish, grilled chicken. Remember when I started that whole phase like that? Grilled fish, grilled chicken. I was probably like a freshman in college. I had just went back to school to play ball. I was in my 20s though. And I met my boy Stacy, man. Stacy Crawford. Big Stacy is what we call him, man. But yeah, he kind of helped me get organized, let me say that way, as far as just getting more intentional in my eating, because I didn't know anything about grilled fish, grilled chicken. I didn't know anything about leaning my body out.
I sure didn't eat that.
See? Yeah. So that's when I started to come into more of awareness of maybe I need to get more intentional about what I'm putting into my body. Yeah, I got a 6-pack. Yeah, I can run and jump and do all that, but maybe I need to get more intentional. And that's the first time that I really saw when I did get intentional how cut I got. Right. When I really leaned out on the protein, grilled fish, grilled chicken. I was doing grilled fish, grilled chicken every day for years on my George Foreman grill. And then I would do a vegetable with it. Right. So, but then watch this. I would still pig out on the weekends though. Right. That weekend binge didn't leave until later on down the road though. But so yeah, that's kind of how we started that. And I started to become aware. So after that stage, babe, so after that, I was still into fitness. I went back to school to play ball. I still wasn't plant-based then, but we were still kind of help. When you say we was fit, we was fit because we was working out and doing stuff like that. And then I really started to research it, right? I really started to research it. And when we moved to Dallas,
right? I was gonna say more so in Dallas. That's where you kind of started your path.
Yeah, man. So when we moved to Dallas is when I really kind of start getting into the research. I really start researching plant-based because I start hearing about it. I remember when I brought it to Wifey. What'd you tell me when I
don't know, but it probably looked at you crazy.
Wifey was like,
I ain't trying to do all that.
That's what exactly what she said. I ain't do that's on you. I'm like, babe, come on. We together, we a team. I ain't trying to do all that. So yeah, so I really start researching it, man. Because we tried all type of diets. Blood type diet. What was the first diet that we did?
I don't remember what that was.
You know what I'm talking about?
A whole package.
Had a whole package. It was almost like the blood type diet.
In a way, yeah. Just kind of would show you things
about your body type.
Right, your body, it's a body type diet.
Yeah, body type diet, and then it told you the foods that went with. So look, this is trial and error, good people. We're not telling you something that we didn't read in the textbook. You're looking at the embodiment of really trying to figure out health, not from just an individual level, but as a couple, right? Growing together, health consciousness. So so we got through all that. I went through my high protein, low carb phase. Me and Wifey went through a phase where she could talk about this, but I was slave driving you during that phase where we was really working out, right? Because I was really in that phase of really trying to get the most out of my body, right? So I felt like since I'm doing that, she got to do that. See that face? See that face? Yeah. So just talk about a little bit as I was going through that journey, what you was going through though.
So we're talking about from Dallas?
Well, just all of it as I was going through the journey of, because like we always say, sometimes I'm growing like this and you got to catch up.
I mean,
so as I was going
probably
through
felt
that,
like the more he wanted to force is not necessarily the right word, but like he really felt like I should be doing it because he was. That made me resist even more.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not doing that. But I could see how it was changing him too. Like it wasn't like I couldn't tell a difference. I could. And he went through a phase where he cut out sugar completely. You might want to talk about that because that was, for me, that was a real like, oh
yeah,
had my brain turning.
No, real talk. With her being a baker, Auntie Faye Vegan Treats baker. So like I said earlier, sweets is my thing. So when I cut out sugar, I did that in Dallas for about 2 or 3 weeks. And that was the first time I really recognized like, wow, food really does. Inflammation went down, recovery got better, sleep got better. I lost like 10 pounds in like what the week I did it. Like it was crazy just by cutting processed sugar out. So like I said, I always kind of been a type of person that's been very intentional about whatever it is that I'm trying to do, because I want to get to the truth of it, so I can figure out how I fit in with that. Not your truth,
because you got to figure out what works for each individual person. It could be different for everyone. I mean, whatever works for you is learning your body.
That's it. See, that's what this is about, learning your body. So then you and your partner can learn health consciousness together, right? So, but yeah, man. So yeah, I did that for a little bit. So that was my first time ever getting away from sugar. And then I went a long stretch when I really went plant-based without sugar. I still eat a little bit of sugar now, but nothing like I did before, good people, man. But I went a long stretch. Like I went years without it once we moved back and I went plant-based. And yeah, it just done wonders. So as we climbing through all this, we kind of sort through that. We moved back from Dallas. Then that's kind of when I started going vegan-ish. You remember that?
Yeah,
I started going vegan-ish. So this is when it really started to click. So vegan-ish for us, for me, what you tell me when I told you I was going to do vegan-ish? When I was going to start going vegan-ish?
I don't remember what I said.
She don't ever remember what she said, because she be giving me those looks, good people. I said, babe, look, I think I'm really going to start doing this. I'm gonna really start, I'm gonna do vegan. I'm gonna only eat meat like once a week. I'm gonna be vegan-ish. I might eat eggs every now and then, blah, blah, blah. See that face? She looked at me and said, well, that's on you, babe, because I ain't doing that shit. I ain't doing that shit, babe. That's exactly what she told me. I'm like, okay, babe, okay, you ain't gotta do it. So I started to do it, right? I started to go vegan-ish. So around family functions, shout out to somebody who just joined the live, settle in, get seated, hang out with us a little bit. Yeah. So when I went vegan-ish, man, when I used to go to the family functions and all that, people used to, oh, so you're not eating this, you're not eating that. When we used to go to Thanksgiving, you're not eating this. No, I'm not. So what I noticed during that stretch, man, I got off of meat, dairy for like a week, right? And then when I went back to it, man, I felt the way, good people. Like real talk. I felt a certain way, right? And so the more I did that, the more awareness that I started to get. And I'm like, damn, food is really making me feel like this. So I would go 5 or 6 days without eating meat, dairy, feeling good, energy vibing, all that high. And then I eat that meat or burger, man, bloated, lethargic. I'm like, man, what is... So that was kind of the veganist phase.
Right.
And I did that for I don't know how long, probably a couple of months before I really just decided, hey, I'm going to take the plunge and I'm going to see where this ends up at. And I'm going to see how it happens. And now you're looking at what almost 8 years in, wifey 6 years in.
I didn't start even dabbling in it until after Isaiah was born.
Yes.
So I watched What the Health, and I was like,
watch that. Yes. Watch that on Netflix documentary. What the Health?
But you have to have an open mind. If you don't have an open mind to it, it's pointless. Because I didn't have an open mind for a long time.
Yeah.
Like my mind was like, nope. And then when I just sat down and watched that one day, I was like, okay, maybe I need to start looking at what I'm eating.
Yeah.
How's it affecting my body? How do I feel after I eat it? And I think to me, one of the best things we found, it's not even a diet. It's just learning what foods go with your blood type.
That's it.
That is really a good thing, because
a good foundational,
a good starting point, because it lists meats that you should eat, grains, vegetables,
everything. Yeah.
Anything that is a benefit for your body, it lists it. It lists neutral foods that don't have an effect either way. And then it lists things you should totally avoid. And that's where you really want to pay attention to what you're eating. If you're eating something on that avoid list, how do you feel after?
Yeah, no, listen, because what wifey's saying, what we figured out in our own health journey is that certain foods go better with our bodies, right? Even if it's healthy, certain foods go better. That's what she's talking about. So you could be eating foods that are working against the natural flow of your body, right? So I always say this: you can't outwork a bad diet. I don't care how much time you spend in the gym. I don't care. You can't. You got to get the diet. The diet is 95% of what you're doing in the gym, right? The workout is only 5%, right? So yeah, man. So just learning your body, man. That's what this is about. Understanding your body, learning your body, understanding. Because listen, when you eat something good, people, you're not supposed to feel bloated afterwards. You're not supposed to feel lethargic afterwards. You're not supposed to feel like, oh, I need a nap. Yeah, you're not supposed to feel like that. Food is supposed to be fuel.
Yes, energy,
right? That's why our digestive is so long, because when we eat something, it's supposed to slowly digest to give us energy throughout the day. Well, go ahead. You look like you're about to say so.
I was just going to say, how long did you say it was that it takes food to digest?
It takes food 3 hours to digest, right? So think about this. If you ate something this morning, right, whatever, a piece of toast or whatever, on average, it's going to take you 2 to 3 hours to digest that one thing. And think about how often we eat.
Right.
How often society tells us to eat.
Breakfast,
snack, lunch, snack, dinner, snack. That's 6 meals.
Yeah.
That's 2.5 to 3 hours per bite, per meal. So if you're eating a meal for breakfast, that's why you should wait 3 to 4 hours to let it fully digest, right? Our digestive system is set up that way. Like, we don't have a digestive system like meat eaters, right? Well, look, just real quick before we go on to the next. Meat eaters' digestive system is short. When they eat the meat, it comes out really quick. They have claws to tear through the flesh. They have sharp teeth to tear through the flesh. We don't have any of that, right? So our natural design is really not for me. But that's a whole nother video, right? Our digestive system is 10 times longer than our body. So we can slowly digest food to give us energy throughout the day. So that's just kind of how, we went there. We started plant-based because, like I said, when I moved back from Dallas and started veganish, I was at my heaviest, good people. You see that the thumbnail, that's the before picture of us. That's when we was in our 30s. That after picture was just this past weekend when we took our anniversary trip, right? We almost half a century now, baby. Still looking good, feeling good. So yeah. So moving back from Dallas, man, I was at my heavies. I was at 190. That's heavy for me. I've always played basketball at like 160, 165. So 190 was like super heavy for me. So listen, like I said, we kind of got into the plant-based eating after that. Wifey start making more plant-based desserts, more plant-based foods after that. Just a couple benefits, man, and then we'll let you go. After this, like, email us.
Yes.
themarriedlife23@gmail.com. We want to answer your questions, good people.
THA.
Yeah. So just a few benefits of us going plant-based now, and then we'll let you go, man. And then listen, like and share this video with somebody. And like I said, every Tuesday, 2:30, a new episode drops. We just decided to go live again today. Sometimes our schedule permits it. We homeschool. We do a lot of stuff. So what are some of the benefits that you say now, looking back, how you started, how you was like, oh, no, I don't want to. Now I can't get you to eat meat or do nothing like that. So what are some of the benefits that you didn't saw?
I feel like, what do you mean you can't get me? You don't try to get me to eat.
I'm just saying that was just an expression, good people. I don't ever try to get her to eat
meat. So I mean, I don't know, just the way I feel. Number one, I feel like I actually eat less food because I don't feel like I'm as hungry as I used to be, like, all throughout the day. Because eating the junk food, man, that stuff probably does pass through people's bodies faster. I don't know, but I mean, I would constantly feel hungry before, and I don't feel like that all the time now. I'm not saying I don't ever get hungry, but it's not like it was. I mean, just being able to slow down what I'm eating, really be conscious of what I'm putting, in my mouth, as far as, like we eat Ezekiel bread. We don't eat regular white or wheat bread, just different things like that.
Little stuff like that, Ezekiel bread. We try to do anything, we try to find it plant-based or make it ourselves. right? So we do a mushroom walnut meat that wifey makes. You know, we can make burger patties out of that. We can make crumbles out of that.
Yeah, that's so universal.
Yeah. So some of the physical benefits for me, of course, weight loss. Like I said, I was at 190. Now I'm at 165. I'm between 160 and 165 now consistently. So I was at 190. So that was the biggest thing. The weight loss, my skin kind of smoothed out. I saw my hair growth. Just a lot of energy. I mean, better sleep. Man, I can go on and on. Better digest. I used to suffer from digestive issues.
Oh yeah.
Food, good people. I had to figure that out. Now I don't have what's it called? Acid reflux.
Yeah.
I used to suffer from bad acid reflux. Ooh, good people. I don't have any of that no more. Spiritually, I feel like I'm more open-minded. I feel like changing my diet. I don't know, wifey can kind of talk about it a little bit, but I feel like me changing my diet spiritually kind of opened me up a little bit more consciously, made me a little bit more aware, no more brain fog in the morning like I used to be. So it's just, and then it just brought us closer together. I feel like a deeper connection because people don't realize food gets in between you. And what I mean by that is it doesn't allow you, when you don't eat a proper diet, it doesn't allow you to think or feel your best, even though you think you're feeling your best and thinking, see that? So like it really brought me and wifey closer together, man, as we started to do all, weed out all that junk, processed food and all that good stuff. But man, I can go on and on about the benefits. Look, you looking at the benefits. 47, 48 years old. You looking at it right here, good people. You will know a tree by what? The fruit. So we wanted to make this health married life, just to kind of give you we probably gonna have to make a part 2 and 3 because there's so much we left out of it. I can talk about this all day. She know this. This is my lane. Health, all this, yeah. So but I feel like we left out more and probably more come to our mind.
I mean, it's only so much you can fit in.
Yeah, fit in. Yeah. But we want to hear from you.
Yes.
Drop your questions below. If you got questions about plant-based, if you've been thinking about going plant-based, if you've been thinking about switching up your eating for your house, but your partner might be on board, ask us the question. Talk to us about it. We experienced that. I was the first one. I was the guinea pig. She came later, right? So, you just got to stand 10 toes down on what you believe or what you're trying to do for you and let the rest of the house catch up to it. If they ever catch up to it. If they don't, so what? Leave space. You do it, right? So that's it. We just wanted to come make this live and tell you about our health journey, how we got from there to here. Those first 7 years, we had to rewire our mind about food, about thinking about food, about what we put in our mouth, how we worked out, all that good stuff, right? And we just kind of wanted to share that with you on this Married Life Podcast episode. So anything else you got to say, babe?
That is all.
That is it. So listen, next week, good people, a new episode drops every Tuesday at 2:30. Sometimes we go live, right? So this is the second week that we didn't went live. So this is the second live of the Married Life. So check this out. Go check out the other 12 episodes and then join us next Tuesday at 2:30. A brand new episode drop. So until next Tuesday, good people, listen, we hope you have a great day. We hope you start thinking about and start becoming more aware of what you're putting in your body. Because remember, health is what you put in your body. Fitness is what you do to your body. You can be fit and not be healthy. But once you get healthy, you'll always be fit. Until next time, good people, have a great Tuesday. Dare to be you.